Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Always and welcome back to UniversIO. In the last episode, we made a portal to Alfheim from Britannia, all so that we could get some materials so that we could make a conjuration catalyst, which allows us to duplicate, quite literally, with a little bit of mana, nether quartz, among other things. But nether quartz is the big thing that we're after with that. And yeah, we've been putting off going to the end because we need to get enchants going, and I finally bit the bullet and did some stuff. So first of all, I played around a little bit with Corral Tombstone, this mod, and there is this whole like skill set thing that you can get knowledge of death if you complete achievements and other things. Basically, I tried to see if there was anything that was going to give me more experience, and this doesn't, but it does give us more chance to get special items, which means in general more seed bags, and that is good because there is still a few crops that I'd like to get. I haven't done too much with the storage. I mean, I've done a little bit with the storage, putting stuff away, but I haven't done too much with expanding anything other than we got some wheat, because we are going to complete a quest today in the industrial age. We are going to do the optional quest for the bakery, and we're going to get that done and see if there's anything behind it. The big thing, we might as well get it started, is we need apples. We need 3 stacks of apples in total. You might notice I have Bad Omen. There's that. Yeah, I've been fighting a lot of mobs as I can. So let's get apple for the recipe. It is just cellulose and sucrose. We're gonna lock that recipe, and we're just gonna put these guys in here and let that go. In fact, I could probably speed it up a little bit. And that works nicely. So basically, we just need a bunch of apples. I already have everything else that we need. We're going to do a few things, but I bit the bullet, and I went ahead and made a mob farm. That general direction. I also attempted for a little bit to fish. Didn't work out great. Didn't get anything good. And yeah, just in general, just been trying to get whatever I can done, and trying to get as many like levels, and it was easier just to go ahead and build a mob tower. We had a lot of cobblestone from digging out the basements and whatnot, so it wasn't a big deal. But we're gonna do a few things, a few minor quests before we get going to go to the end, and we're gonna fight the end dragon because I've already enchanted all my gear. Not a bad helmet. Good chest plate. Leggings didn't get anything but on breaking. Boots only got protection. We have a sword with sharpness 4. Wish I had on breaking. That is something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Pickaxe got efficiency. I decided not to go for fortune because I figured why would that be important. And then the bow, the important thing, power 4, infinity flame. So that is great. And let's go ahead and grab 3 stacks of wheat. And most of the stuff I should be able to put into the system. But with this, we should be able to make the apple pies. And there is the full stack, chapter complete. So we didn't get that message for the periodic table, which makes me think that we've missed something, but there's nothing here. So I don't know. Maybe there will be something that shows up later. There's not really much left for us to do. We need to make a creative exporter, which requires a dragon head. So we've got to find a dragon head. And then we need to do all of the various Project E stuff, which is something that we're going to actually work on pretty much right now. So let's go ahead and do that. Now, question. This does not have... Okay, aside for a second. Small gripe that I've always had with Minecraft, and don't know why I started typing infinity. We're going to talk about the infinity. Small gripe I've always had with Minecraft is the infinity enchantment doesn't make an arrow. You have to have that arrow in your inventory in order for it to actually be usable with the bow. And there is a mod, I don't know what mod, but there is a mod that changes that so you don't need the arrow, and I wish that was vanilla. But anyways, real quick, let's go look at our mob farm. It's pretty basic. We're going to just teleport over there. I have nice easy teleporter, and it's a pretty simple mob tower. There's water up there with slabs so that spiders presumably don't spawn. I have had a few spawn. It's been weird. Everything comes down here mostly 1 heart, and then I have a whole bunch of stone swords. I've been collecting a lot of resources, and yeah, it's been great. So that's what I did between episodes. So we're going to go back to here. Maybe. It did not like whatever happened there. Okay, Earth base, teleport. Okay. I don't know why there was like multiple portals, but okay. We're going to grab some red matter, because I've been producing this, and we're going to make the next tier of magenta matter. And for this, we're going to need some of those. And I took my workbench. Let's get another workbench. It doesn't hurt to have like 20 million of those around your base. And we're going to make magenta matter, which is the next tier up from red matter. And eventually we'll have to make better power flowers and better everything. It is a progression upgrade type thing. You make one thing to make the next thing to make the next thing. And they're all even more expensive. But there is the magenta matter. And the next is pink matter, which requires 3 magenta matters. Which I could probably get, actually. And we could probably just go ahead and get a pink matter. Maybe not. It requires magenta fuel. Of course it does. Alright, so I think I need the Philosopher's Stone, and I gotta figure out where I put that thing. Not in there. It must be in here. So we need to get magenta fuel, which is just Aeternalis fuel. That's not too bad. We will go ahead and learn that. And we might as well... We only need 6 of them, so we might as well just do that. Doesn't make too much of a difference. And there is pink matter, which is 1.7 million. We will learn that, and honestly, we're just going to get rid of all of that stuff for now, because there's other things that we're going to need to make, and some of the big things is we're going to need to get a dark power flower. So basically, our basic one produces about 100 EMC per second. The next one produces 300. And then the next one produces 1,000. And so forth. And it just keeps upgrading, and it requires more and more and more. And so this stuff is going to be pretty awful, everything considered, to make. And so let's get some of it at least. So dust, let's get some covalence dust. And we're going to want basic EMC link. That is very expensive. And let's get EMC link. So the next one is dark. It requires some dark matter. And then red matter. So we're just going to do something like that. So dark, we're going to make sure that it's learned. And then immediately upgrade it to red, because we're not actually going to use anything like that right now. And then it wants magenta, and then we also need relays. it's gonna get tedious. So I am going to probably I don't like doing that kind of stuff off camera. But let's at least see. Magenta collector, red collector. So that is red collector, dark collector, energy collector Mark II. Okay, so that is something we should probably upgrade. So to upgrade this thing, I'm assuming we can just do this, learn it, and then upgrade it further. And does this, it does transfer more. Okay. So, I mean, I could grab a pink matter and upgrade it to pink collector, which produces 600 per second. I actually wonder, it's gonna destroy my glowstone, but oh well. Does that still work? It does. It doesn't need the glowstone above it. Cool. So we'll just leave that for now, and then honestly, what I think we'll also do is we'll go ahead and grab another pink matter and switch what that is producing. And then what we can always do is just work towards upgrading things. So the flower power, the next one is what? The dark power flower, which requires dark relays, compressed collectors. So that is where things are going to be a little bit worse. And I don't believe I have any dark collectors. So how do I get a dark collector from a Mark II? So I can do that. We can do this. And see, can we get 8 of those? We can. That is the dark compressed crafting. We need another one of those, which we can get. And then dark relays times 4 and dark EMC link 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, oh no, five of those. And then one of these things, which apparently I just don't have enough EMC for. Yeah, it requires 1.81 million. So let's grab a chest. In fact, we can grab this one because it's mostly empty. I have been very slowly moving everything over. And let's go ahead and just place this here. Put those in there. And we can... let's go to the end and fight the end dragon. So, I don't remember what the end looked like. We have an infinity bow. We're just going to go. And, right, this place is awful. I'm going to let things load for a second. Let's just try to hit all that we can. That was the first thing I hit with the bow. Hey, I am a pretty good shot. Let's see. Perfect. I cannot see that one for a very different reason. Needs needs to go higher. I would really like to not have to pillar up. But there are two of the terrible things, aka the iron bar boxes. How do we want to do this? So I think I actually don't know that there's any of these left. But gotta drop down from that. I've not been taking much fall damage, I will say, and I don't know why that is. Alright, let's see if we can... Nope, a little higher on that one. Cool. So while the dragon is distracted... Please do not come over here. It did, but it didn't hit me, so... Alright, cool. We need to get out of that area. The, Dragon's Breath is really, really awful, for the record. If you get hit by that stuff, it can hurt really badly. This is going to be scary. But I think we'll be alright. And then we can start fighting the dragon, and it's going to take a little bit because of reasons. Oh, cool. Fun fact, if the end crystals can't see your feet, they don't do nearly as much damage. In fact, they don't do, like, any damage. The damage calculation for explosions is based on the player's feet. So... please... hit this one. I guess let's just run over here and... much higher. Too high. Not high enough. Come on. Oh, that one was so close. There we go. I guess we could... Okay, it's really hard to hit the Wind Dragon, for the record. But let's just do a bunch of damage. And if we ever need any Dragon's Breath, I don't know if we will or not. Probably something I should have looked into. That is something that we can always resummon the dragon. It's not too hard. In fact, actually, you know what? We're gonna... I wonder if the Dragon's health bar is going to change. We got the important thing. So let's quickly go back home. And let's see if we can't find some bottles. I also want to see, do we need Dragon's Breath for anything? We can use it to get some interesting things, but for the most part, no. Still, I don't think it would hurt to grab. I believe we can get... Can we get glass from this? We can. Perfect. Let's get, like... let's get most of a stack. Alright, perfect. Back to the dragon. And we'll grab some Dragon's Breath, why not? We can also grab some Ender Air, which is a Britannia thing. Not super important. I gotta remember the difference. Yeah, so that is all Dragon's Breath. Let's get 16 of those. We can get 16 of those. And let's continue fighting the dragon. Oof. Alright, can we shoot you in the face? Excuse you. No. Okay. So the dragon does not like me very well. But halfway dead. And I wish I could see how much health she still has based on the hearts. Now there is one thing we got to kind of talk about. There is another boss coming up after this one, after the End Dragon. It is kind of the first part to get to another boss of this map. You need to have the dragon egg, I think. I'm not entirely sure what the actual component is, but the Witherstorm. The Witherstorm is a boss in this mod pack, and I've heard that the Witherstorm is just awful. Bad game design type of boss. Because of... Yeah, I should probably get out of that, shouldn't I? Okay. Because of how the Witherstorm is implemented, it's awful. This mod pack does give you the option to... I'll wait until you're done exploding. It does give you the option to skip it. However, I don't know if that's what I want to do or not. And I'm leaning towards skip it for the quests, and then... So we need the dragon egg. Okay, and we can duplicate it. That's good. So let's go get a piston. This should take us back to spawn. And it does. Let's get a piston. And we will deal with the dragon egg. So yeah, there is a way to skip around having to fight the Witherstorm, and I think that's what I'm going to do. And then I might play around in like a test world or something and see just how bad it is. If it's something I'd actually want to do or not. But currently I'm kind of leaning towards no. I'll be blunt. This mod pack has not been quite what I hoped for. In terms of how enjoyable it is, to be perfectly honest. It's not bad. I like some of the mods because I haven't got to play around with them all that much, but at the same time there's just a lot of, like, you have to do weird things because there's not a lot of quote-unquote good mods in the pack. There's a lot of, item transfer is really awful to do. So let's head back to the end. And we should have, somewhere around here. So let's get this set up so we can, get the egg. But yeah, there's just a lot of weirdness with this mod pack, and I think I'd rather play other things, but I want to finish it. I do like to finish mod packs, even if things are not great. I do like to try to. I was very hopeful with this mod pack, and like with alchemistry and just the way it's kind of phrased at the beginning of, you're gonna have to make a new world and all that kind of stuff, and then you do it once and that's it. And that's really disappointing. Okay, so there is the dragon egg. Let's grab our piston. We'll put the torch back how it was. And the cobblestone is probably moved through the portal. So presumably, is there not any... there it is. The end gateways. So let's go back to the portal. We'll use the end gateway, and then I get to have the fun task of figuring out where a end city is, so that we can do end city things. But the first thing we need to do, now that we're back here, is we're going to take this dragon egg and we are going to EMC it, so that we can make multiple copies of it if need be. And I'm sure it is a need. It's only 30,000, so that's not too bad. So, almighty super powerful being. Submit command block to summon the Witherstorm. So, we can do this. Careful in placing it, you can't destroy it. The Witherstorm spawns in the end dimension. Or we can skip this by just giving all of these things. So the command block, it requires the Dollar Stone and the Dragon Egg. Easy enough. Enchanted command block book requires Fading Matter, which is the top tier? Yes, the top tier. The command block sword requires another one of those. That is awful. That is just flat out awful. And then a nether star. Nether stars we can get. This is something that we can mostly do. There is a little bit that we need to work to get to it, but yeah. Fading matter is all the way down here. We are purple matter. So, while we're probably going to skip the Witherstorm, it might not be bad to try to do something with it. So let's go ahead and I'm just going to throw you in there. We are going to grab... Is there any more cobblestone here? No. Let's grab our blocks. And... I made some ladders for the mob farm and didn't end up using them. It's easier to just use teleporters. So let's grab some ladders and let's head back to the end. And then figure out where... There it is. That thing is. It's only slightly terrifying. And we'll get just a nice little walkway up here. Looks like a few more blocks to be even with it. And we'll make a ladder and all that. We'll put railings on this because I'm really hoping that I don't fall off. That is void. And I don't like void. As kind of a principle, void is not fun. Alright, we're gonna take the shield off. So let's get over here and just gonna get some railings on this, and I don't have enough blocks, but that's okay. I will get actual railings on this later. I just want to get a teleporter, to be perfectly honest. Let's grab this. And We're going to put ladders so that we can get back if need be. Don't know how bad the Highlands area is going to be of this dimension because it is kind of different than normal. I might need to go back and get more blocks because we need to have a little bit of a platform here. Let's put a block there. Where'd the other one go? Oh. I was like, where'd the other thing go? And all right, cool. There's an in-city right there, and there is a perfect. All right, I guess I have a feeling that we're. Oh no, we're above ground. Okay, let's get a teleporter here, and new location. All right, cool. So there is in-city, and that's what we need. So we'll take care of that next time. For now, let's head back home and call the episode. So we defeated the Ender Dragon. We now have to do a lot of EMC stuff. I'm going to work on that between episodes. We're going to try to power through a lot of it. And then we're also going to go ahead and get a couple other things going. For example, we're going to need a nether star. Let's go ahead and get that going. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And just in general, I need to get a bunch of EMC. Now, luckily, this thing, the temporal pouch, is really useful for this because we can speed things up. And yeah, that is a lot faster. But it is going to take a while before we can get too much more. So can I get the dark EMC link? That is what we needed. Alright, we're going to let this guy get accelerated fully, and then we're going to break it. We are going to upgrade it. And what was matter upgrader? Upgrades collectors, power flowers, and relays in place. Oh. Alright, that's kind of cool. Anyways, there is the dark matter. Apparently I had... Oh, no. It's gone now. So there is the dark matter. Dark matter tier, so dark power flower. And that is going to produce more. So, yeah, basically, I get to do a lot of that stuff for the rest of my life. And we'll come back next time, hopefully get through a lot of progress, and also we'll go explore the End City so that we can get a dragon head and we can complete this craft. So, that's the plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!